Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good day. Today is March 12th, and today I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about today's severe weather and tomorrow's severe weather. It's looking very interesting, especially tonight and tomorrow, especially in Texas and Oklahoma. Those two states looks like could have some pretty significant severe weather, and even Kansas potentially. So we're going to be talking about that. Let's go ahead and get started. So right now we do have a slight risk. This is today's day one outlook for Friday. That's why I'm doing an earlier video today, is because looks like we're gonna have storms initiating pretty soon. We have a slight risk in the northeastern Texas Panhandle, not actual northeastern Texas. Just keep that in mind. And that goes into southwestern Oklahoma, and we have a marginal surrounding that. 5% TOR, wind is 15, hail is 15 sig. Now tomorrow is a day, looks extremely interesting. We might even have a live stream tomorrow just because of this. We have an enhanced risk, really nice shape, a pretty classic shape for an event in the plains. And really, this is kind of the Texas Panhandle, western Oklahoma area. We have an enhanced risk right there. 10% sig TOR risk. It's been a while since we've had one of these. We haven't had much of these in a while. I'm pretty sure we've had one. Since I think the last one. I don't think we've had any yet in 2021. I'm unsure because there's one event I'm a little bit confused about, but I think the last one might have been Christmas Eve, kind of that event right before Christmas. That was a 10 sig. I think it might have just been a normal 10%, but that was the last 10% we had. I think we do have a 10 sig tomorrow, and then for day 3 we have a slight risk in areas or kind of right along the Mississippi River. That's kind of cool. We have a slight risk in southeastern Arkansas and northwestern Mississippi. Cities in that is Memphis, Greenville, Mississippi, and West Memphis, Arkansas. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, we have no day 4 to 5 outlooks here, or no day 4 to 8. So yeah, those are all gone. Now we're going to start off by looking at the HRRR's simulated reflectivity. Now this event really ramped up right after when the 00Z run, the HRRR came out last night, which was right after I filmed my video. That new run came out, so that kind of sucked. But see, tonight we have storms. They're going to be ongoing at around 7 towards kind of to the south of Amarillo along this sort of dry line feature right here. They're going to be moving to the east. And they're going to be moving throughout the night, maybe even bringing some damaging wind, large hail into Oklahoma City. Southwestern Oklahoma looks to be getting hit pretty hard by this. And then tomorrow, just look at this. A line of very strong storms of large hail, damaging winds, maybe tornadoes tomorrow, actually, and some of which the SPC thinks could be maybe a significant tornado. That's why they have the 10% SIG risk for tomorrow. And so this looks, HRRR depicts a very strong line of storms right there. We go to the NAM nest, or the NAM3, whichever one you want to call it. Let's see what the NAM3 is comparing with the simulated reflectivity. Doesn't really have Oklahoma City getting hit tonight, but it has a pretty strong line forming in the same area. Just a little bit weaker, but that's the NAM3. I like the HRRR better though, by the way. And it looks like we could have a lot of embedded supercells in that area right there, if this actually does happen. So I'm not really. This could be our first tornado, or well, no, we've already had one, so I'm not gonna say that. But we had the Damascus, Georgia tornado in the Brunswick, Georgia, or not Brunswick, Georgia. Sorry, the Brunswick, North Carolina one, which we had a couple fatalities. So those were significant tornadoes. But yeah, let's go ahead and take some soundings for tomorrow and today, actually. So let's take one right here. This is overall a decent sounding, a little capped. We do have some good shear, though. The Hodo is not really enlarged. But let's go tomorrow. Tomorrow looks very interesting with this enhanced risk. Let's take a sounding right here in front of this line. Now, this is just good looking. Can't lie. 60-degree dew point. Look at that shear, though. Winds veering of height the whole way, maybe at around 6 or a little bit less than 6 kilometers. Winds backing a little bit, not bad though. That enlarged Hodo looks very good. It's not messy at all, so I like to see that. And we do have a possible laser type is Tor, but that's not really important. And we do have good cape. It's a little skinny, but we have enough. And SRH is around 300 to 500 and 1 to 3 kilometers. Now, once this turns into more of a squall line feature, kind of later in the evening, Let's take a sounding down here in southern, or not southern Texas, more like central, or let's just say further south. 63 degree dew point. Still a skinny cape, but it'll work. And shear is a little bit worse, but it's still there. Possible hazard type is Tor now. Yeah, tomorrow just looks really good. I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. This is a PDS Tor sounding. That shear, I mean, look at that hodograph. That is just, that's probably the best I've seen in a long time. I mean, not like a year, but it's probably the best I've seen this year. Take one right here in eastern Texas. A little bit worse because of capping and not a lot of surface cape. So, yeah, tomorrow looks really good. Let's take a sounding here in the HRRR to pick supercells. Okay, this is not contaminated at all. Look at that dry slot right there. But just look at this. We actually have fat cape with this. This time of year, we don't normally see that fat of cape. This is western Texas, so there is normally a lot of energy in this area. But that's a really good sounding. PDS Tor sounding right there. I like to see that purple. It doesn't really mean much, but it's just cool to see. And that Hodo looks really good. So like I said, this really uptrended around with the 00Z HRRR last night. And we can even take some soundings in the Oklahoma Panhandle. This is a little bit worse. We don't really have perfect thermos, but we have a lot of shear. If we can get the right storms to fire up, and we can get enough shear, maybe a little bit, or maybe if we can get enough energy, we can get something out of that sounding for sure. So it looks like we could have some potentially maybe strong tornadoes in this area, maybe not that far west. So I'm going to highlight kind of this area right here. And we could see tornadoes outside of that bubble right there. That's probably going to happen. But this looks to be the area where if I was chasing, I would probably chase tomorrow. Now, we're not going to really spend too much time on tomorrow because I don't really have a lot of time right now. It is a Friday afternoon, and so I'm trying to clear out some time so I will be able to live stream tomorrow evening. But it looks like next week it could start to get interesting. Maybe in Dixie again, we're gonna have a few lows that are gonna kind of veer to the northeast, like this, and warm sector in this area with moist dew points. So maybe some severe weather in areas like Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, maybe the Florida Panhandle, Georgia, maybe as far north as Kentucky, that area, and up and maybe in the Carolinas. Now, as far out, we'll have to see. Details on this are a little bit or not a lot of details on this right now. Just maybe the chance of severe weather in the southeast. We're not looking at any like big Dixie outbreaks like we had last Easter, but maybe some like marginal or slight risks. We'll have to see though. We'll talk about that a little bit more probably in tomorrow's live stream. Now let's go ahead and talk about our Colorado winter storm real quick. This is also a historic thing happening with this upper level low and low pressure. It's a cutoff low. It's going to be occurring in this area right here. And our surface low is going to be hovering over Colorado for a long time, just bringing moisture in from the Gulf. That's going to be supporting severe weather. Maybe some chances of flooding in this area from severe weather and rounds of thunderstorms. And then that moisture comes into the cold air, and we have a breakout of heavy snow across Colorado, Wyoming, eventually the Nebraska Panhandle, and just a lot of heavy snow in that area. And not even moves to the east, maybe brings some snow to Iowa, maybe Illinois, where we could have some freezing rain in Indiana and Ohio. Then in the northeast, it's downtrended a little bit since last night's video for snow. And then we have another storm system after that, which could bring maybe some heavy snow to areas in the Midwest, the Central Plains, and then eventually maybe the Northeast. So we'll have to see the interior Northeast. That's uncertain. That's a little bit less than a week out now, so we're getting closer to these bigger storm systems. And with that storm system, we could see the chance of severe weather in this area. That kind of looks good. Maybe if we can get a negative tilt. The storm system kind of looks like maybe a negative tilted one. We'll have to see. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Let's just go to 500 millibar winds, see what kind of tilt we have. I just like to look at tilts sometimes. All right. No, not really negative. Okay. Not really positive either, but yeah, but look at this upper level low. That's going to be bringing us severe weather this weekend. That has a negative tilt or a little bit of a negative tilt, not like an extreme one, but that looks pretty good this weekend. I'm kind of excited about tomorrow. Hopefully we don't have any fatalities or injuries. But tomorrow looks pretty good. Now let's zoom in on Colorado and just look at the total snowfall accumulations with a few different models real quick. So we're going to use the Kuchera ratio and the GFS. We're going to look at the European, the Canadian, and the NAM. So let's go out to next Wednesday. Denver, the GFS isn't even showing that much snowfall anymore. Just especially the west of town where you have like 100 inches in the mountains. That is insane. But we can see heavy snow going all the way into South Dakota. A big pocket of it. GFS has the heaviest right to the west of Denver. And we go to the European. The European and the GFS have been disagreeing over the past couple of days. So let's see what the European has. Oh, wait, this is 6 hours, sorry. Let's go to total accumulated snowfall. European has it still further to the north. That's been the trend. It has more for Denver, for around 2 feet in Denver, and around 2 feet, maybe 35 inches. I think it's right. I think that might be Cheyenne. I don't know. I think that's it actually. I'm not sure. It could be that. I don't know the exact location of Cheyenne, but southeastern Wyoming and Cheyenne could be seeing historic snowfall amounts with this winter storm. We go to the Canadian model just for a little bit of a comparison. Sometimes the Canadian can overdo this kind of stuff. The Canadian agrees with the European, which that's kind of been the case. The GFS is kind of an outlier for this. The Canadian agrees with around 2 feet for Denver. Highest snowfall in southeastern Wyoming, which I'm beginning to think that southeastern Wyoming is going to be the bullseye for it, for the heaviest snowfall with the storm system. We go to the NAM model also. NAM model also has it in southeastern Wyoming with the heaviest snow. Has Denver only getting around maybe like a foot at most, with maybe some pockets of up to 15 inches. So Denver, I'd say your snowfall is going to be in between. I go 12 to 24 inches. That's kind of a big range right now. Maybe I think y'all are going to get a little bit more actually. So I'm going to go probably 15 to 20 on the safe side. Locally heavier amounts if we get any banding to set up over areas of Denver, maybe like Westertown. Westertown will probably see a lot of snow with this. But that'll wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow, and I'm probably going to live stream tomorrow. It's likely that I am. But yeah, so hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday.